Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a beer here, two of my favourite breweries collaborating together. So Banks out of Victoria and Mountain Culture out of New South Wales, both obviously Australian. The beer's called Where Dreams Go to Die, and it's drawing inspiration from a documentary. It's about a ultra marathon runner called Gary Robbins. I think he's Canadian. And they do a race. It's in like Tennessee or somewhere like that in America called the Barkley Marathons, and it's real intense and like out of like thousands and thousands of people, only like I think so far to date, I think only 20 people have finished the race. And yeah, the documentary Where Dreams Go to Die, it's like so awesome. So yeah, even if you're not into like running or like that sort of thing, still give it a go. Like it's quite like emotional and yeah, definitely worth watching anyway. So this beer anyway is a double IPA, and I think this is the second time they've brewed it, maybe the third. But when I first had it, the first release was probably one of the best Australian beers I've ever had. Like it just, yeah, rocked everyone's socks. So that's why they've sort of rebrewed it. 8.1%. And it's got Rawaka, Citra, Citra Cryo, and Sabro. Yeah, I remember the first time I had it, I was just like, wow, this is fucking amazing. Like it was as good as any American stuff I've had. So yeah, let's hope it lives up to the hype of the first brew. And yeah, cool can artwork too. So yeah, I've got the Banks proper headwear on, so I thought I might go a Mountain Culture glass. Just to share the love, you know. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. It's Monday night here now. Monday morning for the US folk, and what would it be? Lunchtime for UK. So yeah, got the original Mountain Culture glass. I've got so many glasses from these guys. So yeah, as I said, the documentary's fucking phenomenal. I'd highly recommend it. Just the purest strain of like ultra marathon running and like just the competitive beasts that they are, and they just if they fuck up one year, they want to go back and finish it the next, and yeah, it's just cool. So yeah, in the glass, yeah, it looks real shit on my camera, but it's probably like a in between like yellow and orange, probably like a dull orange, I'd say. Medium body, one finger head, relatively cloudy. Yeah, let's give it a go on the nose. Quite sweet. So I'm getting mango. I'm getting pineapple and passion fruit. Maybe some lime. It's got a bit of grassiness. Even some sweet berry. It smells so good. Cheers, Paul and Sean. Good to see you boys. I reckon I'd just seen you went live, mate. I reckon there's some orange there. There's sort of like some sweet citrus. Maybe even a touch of peach. It's definitely got a sweet aroma. Mmm. I'm excited. I'm going in. So cheers, boys. It's actually like it's quite zesty and like almost has a tart edge to it. Very tasty. But I must admit, I feel the body's a little bit lighter than when they first did it. I reckon it had more of a fuller, smoother sort of mouthfeel. So it falls short a little bit there. The flavour's still awesome though. You're getting sort of like a mixed berry, even like a white berry. It's almost voyaging that towards that Nelson quality, but not so much like grape. It was pretty cool in the photo how I put the Banks cap and the Mountain Culture cap there with the beer in the middle. Cheers, Stuart. Yeah, my beers, whenever they're hazies that are like a sort of that light orange yellowy colour, they always look real washed out and shit in my camera. I really need to somehow improve the quality of the. It's just weird. Like some beers look fine, and then there's others that just don't look anything like what they are. What me and Josh last beer did a review of the Tired Hands beer on the weekend, and mine looked like that, and then his was this bright orange, and it's like it's the same beer, but it looks completely different. Oh, it smells and tastes so good. So yeah, when they rebrewed this one, I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. See, the more I'm letting it sit now, I'm getting a little bit of pine. The old pine needle. It's definitely got mango. And yeah, like I remember the first time they brewed it, it just seemed a bit more fuller and like creamier. It's got more of that sort of soft, pillowy sort of mouth feel, and it's definitely like medium, even pushing towards light. It's funny with this hat, so many people when they like this beanie, if they're NFL fans, they think it's Green Bay Packers. It's like I'm not wearing a Packers hat. I'm a bloody Vikings man. It's our enemy. So yeah, let's fill her up a bit more, shall we? But yeah, it was cool like when it first come out and like the name and yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, what's the name referring to?" Like it'd be amazing to think how many people watched that documentary just after buying this beer. Good old Gary. I think his name's Gary Robbins. He's like known as the Ginger Runner, and he's got like this big red beard, real lean, and yeah, I don't know how many times he's ran that race now, but it shows 2 of his races. I won't say what happens, but yeah, it does look Irish. Celtic versus Rangers. There's some rivalry right there. It's almost like I'm getting some dankness. It's a little bit musty. There's not really there's not much bitterness there. It's definitely more sweet. But yeah, it's good mix of like tropical and citrus fruit. I mean, even stone fruit. I'm definitely getting some peach. It's amazing what hops can do. I swear I've got a Celtic football shirt from when I was a kid or a teenager somewhere in my cupboard. I've got a heap of random ones. Like I was always a Liverpool fan, so I've got a few Liverpool jerseys, but I've got a Celtic one, Inter Milan, um, yeah, like Socceroos, which is Australia. Hmm, not sure about that. The way we're playing, North Melbourne will beat us, and they're trash. I was considering going live tonight just to hang out, but I thought it'd probably be a bit too quiet. I was just going to have some crusher beers and maybe a glass of wine. I cooked up a steak and veggies for dinner. It was quite nice. But yeah, I think this time round with this beer, as I said, it's not quite as good as what it was. Um, and yeah, I'm drinking it at a month, so it should still be holding up pretty well. I think it's just, yeah, not quite as good as what the first one was. Just mainly due to the body. The aroma and the flavour was still really nice. So yeah, I'd probably go 4.5 out of 5, I reckon. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. Be interesting to see what other people have thought when they've had the original and then they've tried this one recently. So if anyone's tried this before, let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. But yeah, 2 of my favourite breweries. Banks are out of Victoria, so they're on the other side of Melbourne from where I am, down on the Mornington Peninsula in a little suburb called Seaford. And then yeah, Mountain Culture in the Blue Mountains, which is like west of Sydney. And yeah, really good people at both breweries. Both breweries get on really well. These two and Range, they're sort of like my three of my favourite Aussie breweries. They're all mates, so it's cool. They do a lot of collaborations together. It's unreal when all 3 of them work together on something. So yeah, where dreams go to die. 4.5 out of 5. And yeah, as I said, check out the doco on YouTube. Very, very enjoyable. I think it goes for just over an hour or so. It's a bit of a roller coaster of emotion. So yeah, this one was 8.1%. So yeah, double IPA. And I better head off. Thanks for chiming in. We'll see you on the next. Cheers.